We got a bunch of rather unfortunate news in this episode. Um, so earlier this year, the pandemic hit, and movie theaters are talking about movie theaters again. Movie theaters had to shut down. Can't stay open if there's no
Yeah, I
movies
got
coming out. People don't want to come back into the theaters. And then no, before I get there, one movie theater chain that was possibly going to file for bankruptcy is AMC, the biggest movie theater
Oh
chain in the
no.
world. And oh, so that's still something challenging them, but they've reopened with all the other theater chains, at the start of the summer, and
Yeah,
they started playing a bunch of legacy content, a bunch of older films Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, bunch of
Back to
uh,
the Future and stuff like
Back
that.
to the
Yeah.
Future, yeah. And but you can only do that for so long. So then, New Mutants came out, but that was sort of just shoved into theaters. Like Disney's just like, look, just fucking take it. This
Yeah,
movie's
we
been
need
through
money.
enough. But the big one was supposed to be Tenet, and that came out, and 200 million was I'd say is really good for a movie coming out during a pandemic. But just say in if there wasn't a pandemic, that is embarrassing for a Nolan film. So
Yeah.
now, bunch of movie theaters or bunch of movie studios are pushing their movies back, and Regal shut down for the time being, and I think was it Cinemark shut down as well, Cineworld, Cine something, that a chain that I have not been into once because I don't think there's any around me, but AMC I don't think has shut down yet unless something just dropped this second, which you never know. That could have just happened. But AMC hasn't shut down yet, but they could be shutting down for good. They're running out of money. And that's scary because they're, once again, the biggest movie theater chain in the world. Caesar, we've gone to the AMC theater near us.
Yeah.
They got those nice
You can rent an
chairs.
entire AMC theater for $99. Wow.
Yeah, they got those chairs. Those chairs are the fucking nicest shit. Um, but they're gonna possibly shut down. I don't think. Oh, this is just scary. Because they put themselves in debt before the pandemic started, and it was smart. They were doing a bunch of good business decisions. Uh, and they intelligently put themselves in debt. But now I don't. They're running out of money, and it just doesn't. It just seems scary, and I don't want it to happen. I don't want the
Yeah, I don't
future
want
of
it.
films to just be all VOD, but that
Yeah.
might happen. I don't want to even think about that really. But Caesar, what are your thoughts on AMC running out of money?
Obviously, very unfortunate. Um, you said something earlier. You said like, oh, we have some more rather unfortunate news. I feel like that could be like a news station, like rather unfortunate news for like 2020 at this
All right.
point. Honestly,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
but definitely it sucks because that's like the only movie theaters that are near where I live. It's like, should I
Yeah.
be saying this?
No, it's fine.
AMC. They're gonna find out. They're gonna
Don't say
find me.
the name of the theater. Just say AMC.
Oh,
But yeah, I get you. There's a good
yeah,
Fandango place, and I haven't Fandango's name hasn't come up at all. I think they're good. I think I can probably just go in there and do whatever.
is that where we saw Coco?
Yeah, it is. That's where I saw Tenet, and and again, it's not like the pandemic really. I mean, no, everything. I mean, all the movie theaters are shutting down because movies are getting pushed again. Movies are getting pushed again because Tenet didn't do so well, or as well as it could have in theaters, but it didn't
Yeah,
do so well because of the pandemic, because there weren't people uh, ready to go back to the theaters. But when I went into I had two recent movie theater experiences, kind of. One of them was New Mutants in the drive-in. I don't think that counts. Well, I mean, I saw a theatrically released film, but that doesn't count as being in a movie theater. But Tenet, I went in the theater and I it was good. They did like, you know,
And shit. Yeah, I got you.
and one thing I heard is that with all these things opening up, apparently there's a report that addressed how many cases were caught in. Jesus, that sounded like cases
Hey, just
caught.
keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I'm so sorry. How many cases there were of Bovid? I'm sick of saying COVID, so I'm just gonna say Bovid. All right.
Actually, I don't think we're supposed to say that on YouTube.
What, you think I get fucking monetized on this platform?
Yes.
But what was I saying? There weren't how many cases of Bovid were being caught? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm not kidding. But wanna know how many there were?
Girl.
None. None.
Wow.
So it's not a problem with. It's not the theaters being a threat, or I wouldn't say a threat, but like, it's not really fuck. It's not really Bovid being much of a factor in terms of like safety for the theaters. People just aren't ready to go back yet, and I don't know when they will be, but yeah, I don't know.
The
Caesar,
vaccine coming out probably then.
what did you say?
Cases, I think, are going up in the state that I live in, at least.
Yeah, I mean we live in the same state, but
So,
Caesar, anything you want to add to the whole AMC situation?
I mean, I don't really know. You pretty much said it all. It's unfortunate that it's happening. It's not really anything in their control. They didn't even really do anything stupid. It's not like they bought like a giant statue of Yoda or something and they can't sell it now. Like they made legitimate moves to try to grow and then they put themselves in debt because
Yeah,
they're
the
expecting to
A-list.
have they're expecting to have revenue from the movies to help like
Yeah.
cover the costs and shit. And it's like, how do you expect someone to live if like they're $60, if there's like $600 in debt and they just lose their job? You know, it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
that.
I mean,
Obviously, not as bad, but definitely. Also, since they're the biggest chain, that's gonna put a lot of people out of work as well.
mm-hmm. You still got Regal, they're the second biggest chain, and they'll. I mean, it's just how it works. They'll be the biggest if AMC goes under, but I still don't think they will go completely under. Like, I don't know. Anyways, you watching or listening, yeah, I haven't said this about any other topic yet, but you watching or listening, go ahead down below and tell us what you think
Only for this one though.
about Caesar. About
I don't want to hear
Caesar.
any. I don't want to see any other
About
topics in the
AMC
comments.
running out of money. Yeah, I almost said about Caesar running out of money.
Yeah, I
It's been a long day.
I was gonna go off there.
All right.